That's just the way that I feel. Sunshine beaming off the tips of my heels. Gotta say, hey, it's a brand new day. Love, loving the way that I feel. Styling, that's the way I wanna reveal. Trouble, that's just a dent in the road. Remember the love inside that we hold. Put those sorrows and worries away, because we're styling today. Styling, that's the me I wanna portray. When the bells of love start chiming, everybody knows you're shining. Styling, the way I happen to feel. Ooh, sunshine beaming off the tips of my heels. Gotta say, hey, it's a brand new day. Love the way that I feel. Styling, that's the me I wanna reveal. Come on, everybody. When the bells of love start chiming, everybody knows you're shining. We're styling, yeah. Everybody's feeling alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pets of all ages, welcome to Purdy Amazing People, live from beautiful Southern California with our host, award-winning blues artist, radio host, and girl about town, Brigitte Purdy. Today, Brigitte welcomes producer, keyboardist, and man about town, Mr. Drake Munkihaid, shining. And ladies and gentlemen, here's Brigitte.
How's everybody out doing in social land, YouTube land, and all those platforms that we are hitting right now? It feels so good to be back with Pretty Amazing People. I've been out and about town. So last week I wasn't here live streaming, and I missed you all. And just wanted to let you know that I had a great show in Las Vegas with Las Vegas Blues Society. I want to give a big, huge shout out to Joe Michaels, who produced the event. There was 14 Grammy nominees on the lineup at the Sand Dollar in Las Vegas. The vibe was so cool, so hip. There was lots of people there. This is where, if you're in Vegas, this is one of the local hotspots where all the locals go. So it's a little off the strip, and you got to check it out. It really has a cool vibe. And anyways, without further ado, I have a great friend, fantastic musician and artist as well. And his name is Drake, self-professed Munkihaid. So I know that's an unusual name. Oh, last name Shining. I know that Munkihaid is an unusual name. So he's here to share about his new album entitled This Is Life Now. And give a warm welcome to Mr. Drake Shining, self-professed Munkihaid. Crowd goes wild. Ah!
No, no, I don't care. No, I don't care. Look, Hova hasn't had an album in years, all right? It's been years since he put out an album. Look, no. He's getting 3. One for him, one for Bay, and one for Ivy. If he wants any more, he's paying retail just like everybody else. And I don't care. I don't care. Yes, he's going to have floor seats throughout the place. I don't care. No, that's it. All right. All right. I got an interview. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Woo! Hello, welcome, Drake. Drake, what do you prefer?
I'm sorry about that. Apparently, Beyonce saw some of the posters promoting This Is Life Now up on Mulholland. And she loved the image and she wanted to make some shirts. And, well, we just happen to have some here, but they're not quite ready for retail. And Jay-Z called and said he wanted some. He wanted a couple hundred. It's like, no, you're getting 3. That's it, pal. You're lucky to get that. So, anyway.
Well, if you're sending some out to their way, can you toss one my way, please?
Well, we're going to be, we might be doing another run depending on demand, et cetera, et cetera. You know, I mean, this is quality stuff. It ain't cheap. So, you know.
This is true.
I mean, Eva Marie Frederick, my collaborator, she's the one in charge of all this stuff. And her standards are ridiculously high. So, you know.
Kyle is dropping by to say hi. Kyle, Man About Town, shouldn't it be Madman About Town?
No, just as long as I take my medications.
Just as long. Let's see. Willie Robinson, say hi to Willie, Drake.
Hi, Willie.
Hey, Willie, how's it going? How's it going? So, Drake, show us, please. Do you prefer to be called Drake or Munkihaid? Because I want to get it correct.
Well, it's you, so you can call me Drake. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
My friends call me Munkihaid, so you can call me Drake.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I love it. Well, you know what? I really needed this good laughter, you know. Alan Markel dropped by and he said hello, so let's wave to Alan. Hi, Alan.
Yeah, hi, Alan. Yeah, whatever. Alan's the bass player in the Peter Ray Rayford band.
That's right. And he's married to an amazing singer-songwriter, Lisa
Who
Mann.
actually appears on my album as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So tell us about your album, This Is Life Now.
Well, it's my debut solo album. And the way it came about, I have a dear friend, Eva Marie Frederick, who's a tremendous writer, actress, producer, et cetera, you know, just a woman can do anything. And she had some lyrics that she asked me if I'd set some music to. And it was COVID. Sure. I mean, you know, and so I put music to these lyrics and went over to our mutual friend, Frank Symes, former musical director of The Who, side man to everybody, and had him help out with producing it. And by golly, the first song came together. It was Free My Soul, which is the first song on the album. And it came out so well that Eva Marie stuck 9 more songs under my nose. And so, you know, I proceeded to write music for those other 9 songs. And son of a gun, if it didn't turn into an album, you know. And the thing about it is all of the lyrics are they're real stories. They're story-based lyrics. And so I approached putting music to them the same way one would approach, say, scoring a film. So each song is an individual piece of work. And the album has come out to be a very eclectic collection of all different kinds of music. Mm-hmm. So, we're all very, very proud of it. Eva Marie, Frank, and I, we worked very, very hard on it, and it, took a little over a year to get it done. But we're really happy with the result. And as you well know, now the real work begins.
Now the work group. Now, on Sunday on KOCI Radio 101.5, I've been featuring Rosie, and it's a pretty deep song, and it's very relatable not only to myself, but would you share the story behind Rosie, please?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Eva Marie had a marvelous dear friend by the name of Roosevelt Weeks, or Rosie for short. Mm-hmm. And he developed stage 4 cancer and eventually succumbed to it. Mm-hmm. So this song chronicles that journey. Mm-hmm. And the most important part of it is it's about those friendships and relationships that transcend life. And those are the things that endure, is that love and friendship. Woo! And it's a very, very personal story for her. But it's something that's universal. We all know somebody who's been struck by that. And just recently, within the last couple of days, Eva Marie was able to get in touch with Rosie's son and gave the song to him for him to listen to. And he was very, very touched by it. Of course. My golly, they're going to get together next week and kind of, reconnect and all that. But I mean, that's just a really, really unusual and beautiful part of this story, is that song was written and as an expression of Eva Marie's feelings, but her one of her priorities was to make sure that the family got to hear it and got to hear the tribute, and by golly, she got it done.
That's awesome.
That we really want to get it out there because it is such a universal subject.
It is a universal subject, and there's a lot of healing in music and listening to it. It's very relatable.
And her lyrics just, they just knock it out of the park, And I was fortunate enough to have some really great players who wanted to participate in it. Walter Trout plays the lead guitar on it. Your producer, songwriter, co-writer, Dirty Dave Osty also plays like the little fill guitars in there. And then the producer of the record, our mutual friend Frank Symes, plays rhythm throughout it. So, it's quite the piece. It
is quite the piece. It's very relatable. As I said, I've been playing it on KOCI, and unbeknownst to you, I had a very close friend that passed away, Manny, who was maybe you do know, maybe I did share this with you, but maybe the public doesn't know, but he passed away from cancer as well. So as a tribute, during the radio show, I've been playing Rosie. And so before I play it, I say, this one's for you, Manny. I know you're here listening. So we all have people that we love that are little angels in our life that have touched us. I'd love to play that song for everybody right now. If you are listening right now, just take a moment, please, to share this video with other people so this song can touch others who are dropping by to listen, or if you know somebody that can use a little uplifting. Andy,
Absolutely.
Andy, are you there? Andy, can we go ahead and play Rosie for our audience, please?
Cold black Rosie, he got the
goes on, isn't it?
It's deep. It's deep.
It really is. It really is.
Wow.
No, it
I'm
is.
I'm so glad that you shared that. And art depicts life.
Yep.
And you are a true artist. And the manifestation of this song and the collaboration, it was just something that was meant to be, and the timing was just right.
Well, the name of the album is "This Is Life Now."
I know. Okay. Well, one, I want to say I'm so proud and I'm so honored that I know you. And I love. I know I get mushy, and I love you as a friend. I know. I love you. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, because you're so God, you're so talented, and and now the world knows that you're a freaking genius. So okay, enough of the mush. We'll keep
really,
move on.
Really, I just ate. Okay, God.
Enough of the mush. But tell us about the artwork on this album.
Ooh, this is great fun.
Yeah,
the cover of the album was a photograph that Eva Marie took of me when we were up at Morro Bay. There was this big rock, and there was this old seagull sitting on top of it. And Eva Marie looked at it and said, "Go stand underneath that seagull." Are you out of your mind? Because you can see all of the drop,
all the CRAP,
doo-doo and everything on there. So I stand in front of it real quickly, and she said, "That's your album cover." Now this is long before any of this stuff came to fruition, and I wasn't even an idea. And then the back cover is another photograph that she took of, those kind of rocks that they kind of stack up, the bigger and little. There's a bunch of those on the beach. And she just took a photograph of that because it's an interesting shot. But then, she thought, this would make a nice back cover. And we said, wouldn't it be kind of funny if, I was like, you shot it from my back and there was like bird droppings on my, she's like, oh yeah. So she took the photo of me, and then her son, Dylan Bocanegra, who's, an art director, art designer for TV and film and all that stuff. I mean, he's a very talented guy. He composited it together. He put me in front of the rocks, and he put the sky in and the birds on the back cover, and he put some of the clouds in on the front cover. And if you look real closely at the CD at the back cover, up in the upper right-hand corner where the little seagulls are, just above them at kind of a 45-degree angle, if you look real closely, you can see Eva Marie's eyes. Right. It's really cool.
I love it.
Then on the inside, there's a photograph that was taken of her not that long ago. Artistic photo, a romantic realism series by a friend of hers, David Palmer, who's a fabulous photographer. He's also one of the original singers in Steely Dan.
Oh, cool.
But he took a photograph of her. It's a beautiful photograph. And she took a photograph of me, and so we put them like opposite one another. And I'm standing there like pointing at her with this smirk on my face. And she's there just as beautiful as she can be with this elegant black cloak with some bird drops.
When I saw this, I was just like, this is so Drake. The whole thing, the whole concept, everything, Here's
the deal. The concept, the art concept, the album design concept, that's all Eva Marie's work.
Wow.
I just sat back and said, well, what about this? What about that? But no, it's her baby. All I did was just write some music and squawk out some vocals. No, the design and all the photography and everything, that's all Eva Marie. You know, I don't know what the heck I'd have done without her. Probably not much.
Well, you know what? I'm really happy that all of this came to fruition. Like I said, you are so well deserving of all of it. Okay, so let's step it on back a little bit
Yes.
because let's step it on back a little bit. So Munkihaid, everybody, I have to ask you about Munkihaid. Everybody's gonna want to know why Munkihaid.
Okay, first of all, you need to pronounce it phonetically.
Okay.
All right? It's Munkihaid. Munkihaid. All right. Years ago, a friend of mine and I were just sitting around as friends do, and he was on his computer and he came across an image. You remember that gorilla Coco, the one that would sign and all, you know?
Was
And
that was that the monkey in Arcadia? Was it in Arcadia?
I don't know. No. Coco was she was up in around the Bay Area or something.
Okay.
But she was a famous gorilla that actually could communicate via sign language.
Oh wow.
And she had an affinity for kittens and cats. So we're just sitting there, you know, and he's looking at his computer and he looks at this image and he looks at me and he goes, you know, this looks like you with your big old monkey head. And it stuck.
I love it. I love it.
That's where monkey head came from.
Andy, we have another video for Drake, but while we're playing that video, can you possibly pull up La Luna? Because I love that song La Luna that Drake does.
Just Luna. Just Luna.
I'm sorry. It's Luna. I wrote it down. I wrote it down wrong. Luna. My apologies.
Oh, it's such a fun song. That
is a fun song. I love that song.
And there's a special surprise towards the end.
That's a great tune.
Yeah. The author makes an appearance at the end.
The author makes it. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That song cracks me up. If you want to share a little bit of background about that particular song, so our listeners.
That comes straight from Eva Marie's imagination. She just, I mean, she's a very creative person and very creative writer, and it just came to her, and she wrote this song about a young woman, a young Latin woman, who had this, white boy suitor. And he really didn't think much of her, and he, kind of just, he was very cavalier about the whole thing. And it turns out that she showed him the door, quite literally, and asserted herself, and it's just the way. And I'll let the cat out of the bag. Eva Marie plays Luna on the.
I love that. Because when I first heard it, I said to myself, who is this Latin woman that Drake has on his song? I couldn't figure it out. I kept listening and listening. I was like, okay, because, you and I are, are in a very similar circle. So in my mind, I was like, who is this? Who is this?
Yeah. No, it's Eva Marie. We were talking about the song, and I was composing it, and there was, just try something different. Why don't we have Luna talk? Why don't there be some dialogue in here? And I was like, okay, that sounds like a pretty good idea. And Eva Marie's like, well, who are you going to get to do it? And I said, I don't know. You're an actress, aren't you? You do it. And
I love it.
She just knocked it out of the park. It was so difficult because I just recorded it on my laptop with a microphone in her apartment. And she was doing takes, and I was just like off to the side. I'm just trying to stifle the laughter, it was hilarious. And,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So Drake, let's jump on back again and tell people a little bit about your musical background.
Well, I mean, we can go all the way back. I started taking piano lessons at 4 years old because I used to sit in front of the piano in the living room and mimic commercials and songs off of the television. So my folks put me into lessons, kind of to, get rid of me for an hour or two. Every now and then,
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, So I took lessons for, 12 years or so, did the whole classical piano recitals and competitions and all that stuff. And then I just got into high school and discovered girls and football and rock and roll and just kind of gave it up, started playing drums in a garage band. And I wasn't real good at that. So I started playing a little bass guitar because that was kind of fun, kind of easy at the time. But then, after, through college and things like that, it just kind of hit me. Music is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Sure, of course.
So I just started playing. I was in Pasadena. I'm a contemporary of the Van Halen brothers, and because we were all part of the same crew, So you get wrapped up playing with several bands, and even before that, I got real lucky. I was kind of interning, and I finally got a job at this little studio in the Rampart district called Sound Arts, and they were the West Coast distributor for modular Moog synthesizers and really all things keyboard. And one day, the Deep Purple's management came in because any band that had any keyboards, they always ended up at Sound Arts one way or another. Anyway, they were in there talking about how they were in trouble because they were going to need a substitute keyboard player because of some contractual disputes. And the owner of the studio said, well, hell, this kid over here, he can play all that stuff. So I went out and played like 8 shows with Deep Purple off to the side of the stage, no lights.
Nice.
But,
nice.
That was kind of my introduction. And from then on, it was just, I was a hired gun. And I can't tell you how many musty tapes are in the vault at Capitol Records that will never see the light of day that I played on. And,
wow.
Got the opportunity to play with some halfway decent people but me, Brigitte, I
know. That's why I'm sitting here, because I know you so well as a friend. And I mean, I had been, singing with you for years, or just friendship for years. And you've never, ever, this is one of the other qualities that I love about you as a human being. You are so humble. You've never, ever showboated or told people who you played with. I've always respected that, but at the same time, you've paid your dues, and people need to know. It's something that you should share. Etta James, Al Green, Joe Sample. I mean, come on.
Well,
the lights go out at a certain time.
But
I didn't pay the bill.
The thing is, yeah, right. Oh, gee, what a surprise.
Musician.
The thing is, for me, it's always been about, what have you done for me lately? There's any time you can go out to Hollywood Boulevard, you can go out to Lucky Strike Bowling Alley when they used to have jams out there all the time, and you see all these guys that used to be somebody, used to play with somebody, and they never really got over it, and I never wanted to be one of those guys, I mean, you go up and you meet somebody, oh, he played with so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. So it's like, who cares? What are you doing now? What contribution are you making now? So, I mean, I tell a story many, many years ago. I was in a recording session playing piano. And the producer, came over the talkback and said, oh, Drake, what you're doing is great, blah, 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 blah. He said, but, could you maybe get more of a kind of a, I don't know, McCoy Tyner kind of feel, So I look down and I grab my phone and I'm starting to look through it. He goes, what are you doing? And I said, I'm going to give Mac a call and see if he's in town. If he's here, he can come in and play on your damn song. You know, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I never got any further along in my career than I did. You know, I've got lots of stories like that.
Well, you're very true to who you are, and that's a beautiful thing. You know who you are as an artist and as a human being, and you're always honest. You're always, you know what I mean? You're playing the truth. You're speaking the truth.
Well, you know, people ascribe a bit of nobility to that characteristic, but for me, it's easy. I mean, it's the easiest way to go is just be honest, just be straight up, just be truthful, you know, and really the older I get, the more that holds true, you know, it's just, if you're genuine, if you're honest, people will pick up on that, you know.
It's very true.
And it helps, it transfers into your craft, your performance.
It does. It does.
You know, because what you're doing is genuine. It's not some affectation. You know, you don't see me up there with, you know, keyboard face. Whatever. Yeah, I'll shake my hair around, but that's because it's having fun.
Yeah. By the way, everybody knows you have the most photogenic hair.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. We have lots of comments. Let's see. Leon Cactus Jack. He says, love the attitude. So say hey to him.
Hey.
And Trelawney says, spread the love of music.
Absolutely.
Toby Simon says, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Toby.
Beautiful. Andy, Drake, where can people buy this new record of yours? Where can they find you before we play? We're going to play one more song before we head out.
Okay, it's available at all the normal places. Amazon. I've got to. Apparently, there's been a bit of a mix-up between the distributor and Amazon. They say the distributor says they have them. Amazon says they don't. Okay. That will get resolved. But in the meantime, you can download the digital files on Amazon, on iTunes, and do it. You're supporting a poor old senior citizen.
Yeah, then you could keep the lights on, unlike myself.
And the cat's fed, because there's sometimes they get a little hungry and they're looking at me kind of funny, you know. So
that's so true.
Those are the main places. I mean, heck, you might even go into your little independent record store and tell them if they can look up Munkihaid, This Is Life Now, and have them ordered for you. That'd be kind of cool.
That's a great idea. That is kind of cool. That is cool.
Of course, I'm on all the streaming platforms, you know, Spotify, Pandora, Napster. God, who remembers Napster? But, you know, Napster actually pays the artists a little better than the other. I won't even get into that.
They probably have less PR.
And you know, it's important to me, Eva Marie and Frank, that this record gets heard. You know, it's such a labor of love, and it's so genuine from top to bottom. And the performances are wonderful. Lisa Mann and Sugar Ray Rayford appear on one of the tracks. All the boys and girls. Lisa portrays my mother, Sugar Ray my father. Big Al Walker, the former sax player for, Big Money Al Walker.
Wait a minute, he told me to call him Big Daddy.
Well, Big Daddy, Big Money. Well, me, it's Big Money. You, it's Big Daddy.
Hello, Big Daddy.
But he appears. He plays a marvelous saxophone on the track Velvet Stiletto.
Yeah, that is a great track.
And then the horn section from the Sugar Ray Rayford Band, the young guys, DJ Martin and Julian Davis, play the horn parts as they appear on the album. So, I mean, it's a wonderful collaboration. And a friend of Eva Marie's does a brief voiceover at the end of the title track, James Moorer. I'd always envisioned, you know, how James Earl Jones does that bumper for CNN, you know, this is CNN. Yeah. I always thought that would be really cool at the end of a song. So her friend came in and just one take knocked it out of the park. He got
Awesome.
At the end of the title track, This Is Life Now, the song ends and you hear him go, this is life now. You know, so I mean, there's people from all over the spectrum that have contributed to this. So, you know,
beautiful. Next album, you're working on the next album, I heard.
Yes. Eva Marie's already just slave driver that she is. We've already working on some lyrics for the next album, and you know, since I am writing the lyrics pretty much like, or excuse me, I'm writing the music to the lyrics like you would, like I said, scoring a movie. I can't really tell you how it's going to come out or anything, but I want to stretch a little more with this next one coming out. Make
Beautiful.
it, you know, make it a little less conventional, you know, drums, bass, guitar, that kind of thing. Just, you know, just kind of stretch a little bit. But once again, I got to wait until I really start digging into it and just see where the music takes me with these lyrics. She's writing some great lyrics. Oh my God.
I can't wait to hear them, because I'm enjoying this album. And if you guys want to hear Rosie and some of the other songs, let's tune in this weekend to KOCI 101.5 FM from 1 to 3. I'll be on air.
And I want to thank you for that, Brigitte.
Oh.
Thank you for that generosity of I mean, you were the station that played anything. Even today, I have a friend who's a DJ in France, in Metz, France, Jean-Marie Vanessa, and he's been playing tunes off of it. How weird is that? Getting played in France, but you were the first, and I'll always appreciate that. I always will.
Well, you've done so much for me, and I appreciate it. Drake, by the way, is playing on all my music and all my albums. So I thank you, and I appreciate you, because I couldn't have done it without you. And that's the truth. That's the truth. And it takes a team. It takes a team. It takes a tribe. It takes a village to create these albums together. And nobody's walking alone. And we rise by lifting each other up. That's the truth. That is the truth. Anything else you want to share before we play another song?
Just my day gig. You know, I'm the musical director for the Sugar Ray Rayford Band, and we're going to start hitting the road here again, a little bit here and there. So, and he's got a new album out that he just released called Into Deep on 40 Below Records, and it's a hell of a record. And I even play on a couple of those tracks too. Anyway, so check that out, and we're going to be hitting the road later on in the year. So, you know, come on out and check out the band.
Yeah, you guys played the Mint.
Yes, we did. We played the Mint for his CD release party, or album release party, I should say. And
so, how about you? Yeah. Are we gonna have an album release party?
We are working on that, even as we're working on putting something together that we can that we can stream, and you know, and you know how it is. It can get a little complicated. So, but we're working on that. It's more, you know, since the album's already dropped, it'll be more of like probably a listening party where. Oh,
that'd be great.
It'll be Eva Marie and Frank and I. Maybe a couple other guests might drop in depending on the logistics, but and we'll just sit and talk about, you know, the process of the album and just, you know, and get into it a little bit. But awesome. We're all looking forward to it. We're all looking forward to getting out there.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. Trelawney said, I absolutely adore the fact that both of you are so talented and humble about there's nothing like that because you teach characteristics and a trait to others along your path. Thank you,
Well,
Trelawney.
Mentoring is part of the gig.
Mhm.
Bringing up, imparting some of your knowledge and wisdom to those who come after you.
It's true.
That's part of an artist's gig.
That's true. And for all of you that don't know, Drake has played a huge role in mentoring me and bringing me back to music, so that I'm very thankful. Very thankful.
Yeah, you should have seen the eye rolling when I first met him. I'm like, oh God, another chick singer. Oh,
Well, some of that might be true.
oh
But-
no. No, were that the case, we wouldn't be talking now, would we?
That's true. That's true. Okay, I love you, Drakey Poo, Mr. Munkihaid. Munkihead.
Yeah, I
Munkihead.
love you too, Brigitte. Oh, as always. Are you gonna play Luna?
As always. I don't know. Andy, what do we have up next?
Yes, ma'am. We have Luna up.
Yay! I love Luna. I love Luna. It is a fun song. We'll say goodbye to everybody while they're listening to Luna. And kisses, mwah, besitos to everybody. Be good to you.
Absolutely.
And just pour some love on somebody. There's a whole lot of people that need it, myself included.
Right on.
Luna wore no panties in bed, they were wrapped around my twisted head. Scented lace and silky satin, baby was a sexy Latin. She was curvy, simply killer, brows painted on so thick and black, lips and face, no lines, all filler. Dulce cakes drove me to Jack. Don't show me the door, Luna, baby, please don't show me the door. She slapped me upside my head, I fell onto the hardwood floor. Don't show me the door, Luna, please don't show me the door. Baby, please don't turn around, you look better from the back. Chains and ice go clack, clack, clack. Take me to a higher ground, the lovely set of your hard rack. Spent my dollar, make you perfect. Point to the ceiling on your back, makes me yodel, no defect. Nuke the fridge, grind those big hips, the part of you that's really reals. Motion on, let's do some flips, while you wear those red-soled heels. Don't show me the door, Luna, baby, please don't show me the door. She slapped me upside my head, I fell onto the hardwood floor. Don't show me the door, Luna, please don't show me the door.
Hey, hello, papito, you dumb puto flan. Adios, adios. Mama said bye-bye. Maya won't even kiss your huevo güero can. Cállate or I put a knife in your eyes.
Don't show me the door, Luna, baby, please don't show me the door. She slapped me upside my head, I fell onto the hardwood floor. Don't show me the door, Luna, please don't show me the door.
Oh, hello, papito, you dumb puto flan. Adios, adios. Mama says bye-bye.
Don't show me the door, Luna, baby, please don't show me the door. She slapped me upside my head, I fell onto the hardwood floor.
Made a mess.
Don't show me the door, Luna, please don't show me the door.
Get out.
Please don't show me the door.
Adios.
Please don't show me the door.
Move your foot.
Please don't show me the door.
Adios, you stupid white boy.